Hello folks and welcome back to youtube.com/adgameswithnick. We are back with some grinding questing for Final Fantasy XIV. I was busy over the last couple of weeks and we currently have all of the Disciples of War and Magic past level 35. So we can go ahead and do the next quests for all of them. So now, the hard part is that I don't remember where the various quests are. So, for Paladin, no, for Black Mage, it is still in, yeah, I guess probably the only way we can really do it is to just start with one and go from there. Okay. See, it was so convenient for the classes because they were in the main cities. Now we kind of just have to teleport all over the place to find them. We're gonna start with our White Mage job. So we're gonna go through all of them over the next couple hours, with the exception of Arcanist, which is A, our main class, I want to do it on stream, but B, we need to defeat Titan to be able to get the next Summoner class quest. Alright. Boy, let me tell you, do I hate playing as White Mage. Also, again, a reminder that this has been a while since I actually played through the first, like, 18 parts or something. So I've forgotten the voices I gave to most of these people, so we're gonna go with new voices, if that's the case. Ah, Joanna. Looking ever more the White Mage, I see. And yet, I fear you are as ready to perform the quieting as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. But take heart, for we must all begin somewhere. Today, I will teach you the art of communing with the elementals. This is, by any measure, the very foundation of our art, the means by which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Searle Haven, you shall find a tree, the mere sapling in the shadow of the guardian tree, but one that has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you to placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elementals that reside within and attune yourself to them until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an angry elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Do not be surprised if you find you are honestly rebuffed and foul creatures sent to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm. Dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speak to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elemental ere long. Remember this, Joanna. Under no circumstances must you allow your anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of succor and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. Okay, yeah. Wait, no. Where? Oh, okay. To get all these classes to level 35, I cleared the hunting log for basically all of them. There are a couple of optional dungeons we can and probably should get into. Always want to check what do we need for bird? Oh, you're right. We need a house. I remember. Whee! Fungal Frolic 29 is a little low at this point. There are a couple of optional dungeons to get to. Maybe on the stream, maybe on another one. It depends on how long it takes for us to get through the all of the job quests. One is level 35, the other is 38, so we don't quite qualify for that one yet. But my hope is that finishing the level 35 dungeon with either the White Mage or some other advanced class would be enough to get someone to level 38. Okay, so... Oh, there we go. I hate playing with White Mage. Mainly because my offensive capabilities are absolute shit. Like, those are the two spells I have to attack things. Okay, let's go back to Cave Tranquil. And it just makes, you know, playing this class really terribly boring. At least when it comes to Scholar, you can level up Summoner instead, and those levels will be reflected in Scholar. But White Mage, you have those two options and that's it. A short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter and more welcoming now. You seem to have passed your first test, Joanna. Trees are the elementals, and the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the woods is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it for yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. For so long have we lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories. But one thing is certain. We must quell the Great One's fury, and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. Soothe the forest's wounds and restore harmony. That is our duty as mages of the White. It is a responsibility to transcend race or nation. I sense your success in soothing the alien tree, and I'm more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Pajal would not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason. But how? Forgive me, Joanna. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not, I will find a way to deal with Arun. We got Regen. Yet more healing. Ooh. So cool. Guess I'll move it out of Asuna and move Asuna on the other side. I don't use Asuna that much. Okay. Next. So Scholar, we have already done, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So let's go with Warrior, which I believe was in New York Coast del Sol. Yep. And this might, we might actually sneak the, also we do have a couple of quests to do here. We could do those as well. After we're done with all these, class quests. But yeah, we might, sneak in a couple of, side quests, maybe one of the two dungeons in the stream as well. It took us 10 minutes to do the first one, and, you know, teleport and get settled and all of that, so... Probably not gonna be more than an hour to finish all of them. Right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, so... What's up, Curious Gorge? Welcome back, my friend. I can see you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people is proving to be a much more demanding task than I had imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I've been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in a company of heroes asked me to do a favor and stick me back and forth across the realm like some bloody fairy. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I've spent in pursuit of the beast this time I have not spent studying the chronicles, and I'm sorry to say I've made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us. From what I can gather, the chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the Seven Hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces from Abalatia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage of the Chronicles concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, so I have only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far. Still, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine what a word clad in such garb could achieve. Ah, if only my brother were here. We could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people to the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of an ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you shall still. Eurasia is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. It may be that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine. But I've rambled long enough. You're here to take the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. In the southern reaches of Tagalan is the Sagoli Desert, a godforsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the dunes lurk, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing the mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble hacks and slashes of the puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within and summon forth a strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you'll have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The Yu tribe that inhabits the Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the desert, should you want for guidance in which they could send you in the right direction. Alright. Forgotten Springs. We also need to re-up Quays. Leviathan dudes? Said a fearsome bugger not a week ago, preying on a group of merchants out of Bargot Strike. The smart ones dropped their wares, turned tail and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they can say they died rich. I have seen the beast. Stands 3 months high, he does, and stirs up sandstorms, which rather than wriggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago and has been swallowing up my would-be prey in that gaping maw of his ever since. Oh, in the hut. Excuse me. Oh. Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for their tracks and run about making as much clamor as possible. I would also suggest you seek a cure for your madness. Ooh. Let's go, Quay. I am all too familiar with the Sigoli Desert after all the hunting that I've done. I'm also pretty familiar with the Curtis Highlands, which is where our level 40-ish questing will take place, I think. Of course, the Sun Dragon too. Break my balls! There we go. Alright. Back to Costa del Sol. That was an easy one. Wonder what I'm gonna get. I'm regretting trying to level every single Disciple of Land in hand at the same time. I will have at some point to start selling the lower ingredients. Yeah, whatever. The Gorge. Ah, Joanna, your crystal grows ever. Sorry. Ah, Joanna, your crystal grows ever stronger. And following your raging sandalworm, the beast within you slowly but surely arouses to wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you will find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you have mastered your new talents, return to me. In the meanwhile, I shall continue to my study of the ancient texts. You get inner beasts. Okay. So we're finally getting the bar, I guess. We didn't have the war gauge yet? I guess not. Oh, I guess it was expanded. Okay. I mean, it's just a gauge like many. Inner beast. Cool. Okay. Next up, Paladin, I guess. Oh, and this one we can just go to Ulda. Nice. Alright, and we need to go all the way up to the Chamber of Rule. We're gonna learn Sheltron. That improves the oath gauge. You've earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultan's sword could walk the streets with their heads held high. Wherever they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude. And no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost in some of a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today, I can see the captain as he was then. Blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted was to be a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bands defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan's Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultan's Sworn. And the triumph was hallowed, because by then, the honor of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of the defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper, yeah, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bested upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah. In time it became our standard, the symbol of the Oathsmith's sword, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultan's Sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our Brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we can't even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan's Sworn are to survive, we must find a traitor and recover Oathkeeper. But the Sultan's Sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It's a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if we are to succeed. In Outer Lanaskia, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beast will be a fine way to hone the skills that I will teach you. In the grove you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Right. Stupid little fence. Do we want to do a fate? Yeah, probably not. Oh yeah, I've been down this corner for a different hunting log, I think. Kill the ringtails. This was so crazy. Alright. So far, this is not particularly challenging, I have to admit. Oh my god, Quay, why are you so useless in attacking things, really? Good? Okay. Okay. Chamber of Rule. Well done. You have taken the skill I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Right, so we got the bar here too. And we have gotten Sheltron. And I will need to rearrange my Paladin bar at some point. Black Mage, this should also be nearby, right? Yeah, I need to go to the Weaver's Guild. And I think there's another one. Maybe Monk? Monk should also be here. This way. I sense the black magic within you has grown stronger, Joanna. You have earned the right of my audience. I am pleased to see that you do not fear your newfound powers. But then, your adventurers were ever want to embrace new. You are now ready to set forth on your journey. To find the keys required to seal the Void Gate. Hear me well, for mine are Master's own words, and those are those of Nalthal himself. Well, it's cute. He looks like Vivi from FF9, sort of. The next key requires the blood of sacrifice. Travel to the Sagoli Desert in southern Thanalan. Slay what fiends emerge from the planar fissure there, and slake the land's thirst with their lifeblood. Once drunk, its essence shall be borne away upon the ethereal veins of the earth, and then serve to notify our friends in the wastelands for the time has come. Complete the task before you, and the Black Mage testimony you carry will shine full with a new light. Light to envelop and absorb evil. Light to show you destruction and guide you to righteousness. The light is the key. Take it into you, where it will forever burn bright. That is all. Do you understand and accept what you must do? Alright. Sagoli Desert again. desert. Ooh. Bottom south corner. Ooh. Wait. Up at this mound. Kill these jerks first. One, two, switch. I should actually probably pop. Oh, and I keep forgetting I already have Fire 3. Which I should probably Swift cast for. How to play Black Mage is still not quite clear to me. Oh, actually, I think it just did. You want to use the 3s to go from fire to ice instead of the transpose. And then once you are in full fire, you want to probably use just fire 1. Okay, close the fissure, I guess. Alright. Okay, back to Ulda. Okay, Weaver. So many red things. It is done, then, but the blackness you have awoken has yet to settle within you. Time is needed, Joanna. Pray be patient. Continue to practice your mastery of the arcane and come to me once more when the dark heart is as much you as you it. We got Blizzard 3. Alright. Because Blizzard 3 is a 260 potency. This is a 180 potency. Like, the increased potency just doesn't make sense. So we really want to use the 3s as openers and to go from one to the other. Where are all of these things? So the Miners Guild I get. Let's switch in the meantime to Monk, which I'm pretty sure is here, yeah. Oh, well, that explains what that is. This is the start of Red Mage. What's gone to pieces? Oh, I get to learn desynthesis. Okay. Alright. So, for this, where do we need to go? We need to go to the Goldsmiths Guild. Just the pupil I was hoping to see. I was a hair's breadth from setting out on my own. To look at you. Yes, I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn and expensive brain. Right, well, let's measure some ether, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton, of course. Though, contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand, etheric readings? It is true, you are stupid. But the Etherometer shall do all the work for you and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk simpleton and yourself need only carry the device on your person and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge through Helter and Yon. Ether is not only the source of all magics, but also the fount of all life. And despite its ubiquity, it remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the ether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of the ether remains lingering in the physical world. No doubt you have ethereal crystallization, physical manifestations, apparitions of the seas, luminescent glow, known as the ethereal threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of ether left behind, either in its imperceptible form or in its crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries? No, false, you idiot! Battlefields! Do you not see? With etheric readings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those full beliefs the monkhood keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say that they are one and the same as the ether itself. The ether churning around these ancient battle sites comes to naturally settle in the surrounding life. For plant and animal, the more so in the latter. It accumulates within them. Feeling these beasts then releases the ether, felling these beasts then it releases that ether, causing a surge that resonates with the ether within you, causing it to expand, the so-called opening of the chakra. But by this, the very power of life itself within you grows. A vapid that explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess, I believe. My own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, took our children and returned to Alavigo. Oh, but now is not the time for that tale. The area I'm placing in your charge is Bloodshore in Esterlanoskia. Place the Etherometer in the appropriate location and after a spell retrieve it and bring it to me. Obtain the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded a chance of indulger. How shall I put it? Charming little backfoot fantasy. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you have a knowledgeable understanding of Blash's history, but I feel we lack the time for me to educate you, and I'd hardly tell you that my research takes precedence over your schooling. Right, after custody of Solo. Right. Oh, I should have probably built my Triffer beforehand, but that's fine. Wait, this is new. What is this? Oh, this is an all nearby news. Okay, yep. Maybe it was not new. I just forgotten about it. Alright. Easy enough. Guess we're not gonna get a lot of story every time? Okay. Might be a little disappointing, but... looking at the goldsmith, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, where are you? What? Oh, fuck! I'm a moron. And I wasted a perfectly good, return home on this, too. Ugh. Ugh. Makes me so mad. Okay. Go get it. You know, maybe the guy has, is right not to trust me or treat me the way he does after I leave my thermometer in the spot. Alright, back to the Goldsmith's Guild. To repeat. So with that, we have Ninja, Bard, and Dragoon left. Okay. Ninja is the more fun to play. Dragoon is the more lower interesting, because we get to see Estinian early on. It seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repairs at once. That is, after all, why I put you up here at the Goldsmiths Guild. My aetherometer is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, had the finest engineers at Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Wittergeld delivered the result of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There is a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I feel that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Preparing the aetherometer and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go and train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence? We got Thunderclap, which is a rush. Ooh, cool. We have open chakra within us. That's leveled up, which is always nice. So I guess next up, we're gonna go and do... We're gonna go do Ninja. Oh, you know what? I also need to do a round of this for everybody. It looks like most people are already equipping their best stuff. Dragoon, and last but not least, Monk. Alright. So after all that, let's go to Ninja. Let's wait for all the notifications to break. Dragoon, Ninja, Monk, Monk registered. Okay, we're almost at the end. Ninja equipped. All right. And with Ninja, we need to go to one port. Alright. I remember I really liked the voice for my Ninja, but I don't remember what it was. We'll run through the last couple of classes, and then probably run Dungeon, the level 35 one. Okay, here's Tsubame. We're gonna get a new Mudra hand gesture. Okay. Joanna, why, I did not even hear your footsteps as you approached. You're becoming more and more shinobi with each day. Obora has been awaiting your return. Please enter. Can you let me in? Thank you. Joanna, it is clear from the manner in which you carry yourself that you have been most diligent in your training. But you are not the only one who has mastered the technique imparted to you. Behold my Eurasian bow, perfect in balance and form. Now it is time for your next lesson. Watch carefully my hands, Joanna. With this mudra, the shinobi can summon the energies of the earth, chi, and our tongue. Etch its form in your mind, and I shall show you how to employ it in battle. Alright, gonna have to rearrange... Oh, I guess not. It fit nicely in the bottom one. Chi, or Earth, marks the second mudra you have learned. With this, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. It is through the combination of mudra that you will find new techniques. The first technique I would impart to you is Raiton, lightning release. When heaven joins with earth, lightning will flash and thunder will roll. In other words, form the mudra 10 followed by chi. Channel that energy forward, and bolts of lightning will surge from your hands to strike your foe. As this is a more formidable technique than the Fuma Shuriken you have wielded thus far, I have taken care to reinforce the Mokujin outside the storehouse. Strike it with Raiton, and I shall observe. Okay, where is it? There. Boom. Easy enough. Very well. Now, recall what I said during our first lesson. The techniques at your disposal are created not merely by which mudra you form, but also the order in which you combine them. When earth joins with heaven, the skies will rain fire and ash. In other words, form the mudra chi followed by 10, and channel those energies forward, and searing hell's fire will engulf your foes. But be forewarned, these techniques will require considerable exertion of your spirit. After performing one, you will observe that some time is required before your mind settles and you are able to wield another. Now, demonstrate Katon for me on the Mokujin over there. Splendid! Your grasp on fundamental mudra combination is firm, but knowing the how of the technique is only the beginning. You must also understand when to employ it. Chunin is our word for a shinobi who has attained full mastery of 2 mudra techniques. In our tradition, when a student is deemed by his master to show such potential, she is led to take an exam in a forest with a bunch of other chunins where you kill each other and you get invaded by a demon god serpent that is going to try to kill you and take possession of the last surviving member of one of the clans of your village. Oh, no, sorry, that's a Naruto story. She is led to a waterfall outside the village to conduct intense training. I cannot take you to Doma, of course, but my map tells me of a place in Upper Anoskia that should suffice. Fool Falls. The name is less than auspicious, but it will have to do. Meet me there and we shall proceed. Upper. No. That's in the bit. Oh, I should have probably just gone with my chocobo there. Because it's in the little bit that doesn't really have an Etherite. Yeah. Okay, let's use the ferry. You know, I've never had to come here for anything. For like no hunting log led me here, which is fascinating. I guess this is a lower level area? Oh yeah, no, never mind. This is where there's the giant skeleton of things. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we've been here a lot. I don't realize that that's how we got... Oh, and of course he's down. Well, whee! Okay, there he is. Until today, I knew this place only as letters on a map. Gazing upon it with my own eyes, it is even more beautiful and powerful than I could have imagined. Yes, this will serve us well. My people do not worship your deities 12. Our gods are all around us, in the trees, the soil, the crashing waters before you. Close your eyes and open your heart to the sound of the rushing falls, that you might purge your mind of all worldly thoughts and distractions. The techniques you have learned will serve you well in battle, but confuse the order of your mudra and you can just as easily turn victory into defeat. It is imperative that you keep a single focus of mind. So it is that masters have brought their students to falls like these for training since my ancestors' time. Who is the more foolish? The fool of full falls, or the fool who comes here without realizing has been followed? Karasu! Now, here's a curious scene. The dim one is accompanied today not by a swallow, but by a chirping horsebird chick who fancies herself a shinobi. Oh, the dim one is displeased! This after our hero postponed 2 assassinations to make this little journey. Could his friends not greet him with a smile and some crumpets? Or whatever it is, the Arzian steak with their tea. The dim one ponders. How did our hero know to find him here? Yet the answer is plain as day. Dim one is a creature of habit and tradition. Where else would he bring his prized new pupil? Tradition! Our hero spits on tired tradition. No, for he is a shinobi of a different feather. Ever-changing, never predictable, but always style. Those who cling too closely to tradition are bound to suffer the fate of their forebears, or are the lessons of the past so soon forgotten. Ready yourself, Joanna. It appears that your training today will be of a more practical sort. But of course! All you had to do was ask nicely. It would be my pleasure to be your teacher for the day. Your first lesson, little chick. Raiton's lightning will strike a single foe, while Katon's flame will raise many. Wield them wisely. Or don't. It's only your life at stake. Oh, how generous is our hero, putting aside his killings and spyings to play mother hen to the horsebird chick. You will try to keep me entertained, won't you? You could stay in one place, that would be nice. Oh. Oh man. Alright, now it's time for the other one. Okay. We get more? Yeah, they're coming. Where are they? I guess this is the first AoE attack that the ninja gets, isn't it? Yeah, this is not particularly difficult. What does just Chi by itself do? Oh, it just does the shuriken. Okay. You fought well, Joanna. I, however, should have known to expect the traitor's attack. I was careless and put you in danger. It will not happen again. It appears that Karasu has taken an interest in you, and I fear this complicates matters some. Let us return to the docks. There is much I would tell you. Alright. Honestly, I enjoyed this a little bit more than the other missions we've done this time. A lot of them were just like, go kill something here and come back. This one, at least, you know, we got some plot, we got a cutscene. That's a lot of freaking kobolds. I was wondering which class I wanted to run the next dungeon with. Probably not White Mage, actually. I might wanna, because we're not gonna be, it's gonna be an actual... Oh man, am I in the wrong spot? Oh, I totally thought this would have given me to the right spot. Whatever. I feel like, because this is gonna be a dungeon with real people, I don't really want to use White Mage in real dungeons. Which makes you wonder why I'm leveling up healers too, but I guess that's just the way it is. Dragoon could be almost guaranteed to unlock access to the level 38 dungeon. So maybe Dragoon's the answer. Because we still have to do that quest too. And the Bard one. Yeah, we'll see. I would tell you a story of our past. A story of the traitor and why he must die at our hands. Growing up in the same village, I have known Karasu since we were both children. When we came of age, we began our training together under Master Gekkai. From a young age, it was clear that Karasu possessed an innate talent for an art that few could rival. I spared no effort in my training, but struggled to grasp techniques that he would master effortlessly. In his own way, he possesses a mind singularly devoid of wasteful thoughts. A mind seemingly unclouded by concepts such as right or wrong, good or evil. Despite this, deep down, I always thought of him as a brother. All that changed that fateful day when Castle Doma fell to the Garleans. Someone had betrayed our homeland, sold our secrets to the enemy. Looking upon my friends as their bodies lay broken and bleeding, I saw a figure flee into the hills. It was Karasu. Were I younger, more naive, I might have pursued Karasu as he fled in an attempt to reason with him. But it was clear that this man, this demon, was no longer one of us. If indeed he had ever been. Even Master Gekkai did not survive the slaughter. Did Karasu bear him some grudge, or was it merely student's ugly pride? For a master's fate was the grisliest of all. His body mangled, his once proud face shattered beyond all recognition. I once held out hope. Hope that if I crossed blades with Karasu in battle, that I might understand something of what it was that made him do this horrible deed. Yet each encounter only raises more questions. One thing is clear, however. Karasu could have killed us back at Full Falls had he seen fit, and yet he chose not to. It was as if he were testing us. Testing you. Needless to say, this does not change your mission. For his crimes against Doma, Karasu must pay with his life. And yet, his stern knowledge of us and our art has put Tsubame and I at a grave disadvantage. But you, Joel, your thoughts, your movements are still unfamiliar to him. Yes, your presence might just serve to break his focus and force an opening. Yet to accomplish this, you must become stronger still. Promise me that you will not let up in your dream. I'm gonna call it right now. It was actually the master who was the traitor and sold the... Well, I mean, we'll actually get to Doma in the second expansion, Stormblood. So, you know, I think the story of who sold what to whom is a little deeper than that. But the master was the traitor, and Karasu saw it and went after it. And the body with the unrecognizable face is clearly not the master. I have never played through this questline before, but my gut is screaming to me that that is what's gonna happen. Alright, Bard. Quarmio. Like, my gut is just screaming to me, oh no, yeah, that's what happened. Okay. I would be very happy if by not the time the next expansion comes out, but the next expansion in like 2.5 to 3 years. If by then we are caught up with the main story quest, that would be great. Oh, we're gonna get another song? Ooh, that's cool. Ah, the glint of determination in your eyes is a testament to your newfound strength. You put me in mind of my salad days, Joanna. You would know why I truly abandoned the battlefield and became a bard. I took an arrow to the knee is what most folks believe, but it is quite clear you're not. Most folk. Very well. I shan't insult your intelligence with an untruth. For now, allow me to answer by saying that everything in creation is given change, and men most of all. I was drawn to the power of song, the power to touch the very souls of men, and decided that I must pursue it. Sadly, that power has all but been forgotten in this age of cynicism. Such songs as this performed by Kevin Bard serve no purpose beyond the amusement of drunkards. But that was not always the way of it. There was a time when song could shape the outcome of conflict. Ever since nations first quarreled, armies have fielded archers wherewith they rained death upon the enemy from afar. As the battle unfolded, however, the distinction between the lines of friend and foe would grow hazy. Yet the archer's part did not end there. He had to stay ever alert, with arrow nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle. Even as his comrades fell, turning the earth red with blood, the archer could ill afford to avert his gaze, lest that moment cost another his life. One need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that raged within him in that moment. Nerves near to fraying, his breast fit to burst, the archer did the only thing he could. He sang. His bellow became a makeshift instrument, plucked as an accompaniment. At first, the archer sang only to still the rolling within, but his voice chanced to carry to his comrades. It inspired those engaged in combat, giving strength to their sword arms, and to those who lay upon the precipice of death, it granted a measure of peace. Realizing the tactical potential of song, yet loath to set aside skilled archers for that purpose, armies began raising dedicated regiments of minstrels. But the member of such units were no warriors, Joanna. Fair of voice and nimble of fingers, these career minstrels could find a place in the halls of any lord. Yet they knew not of the burden borne by those who charge in battle, whose lot is to dance with death and sup on pain. So their songs rang hollow, holding no power over the hearts of men. In eastern Anoskia, spirits are said to haunt the trees of Raincatcher Gully. I would ask you to travel there and await the emergence of these specters. For force of arms, you are to release the spirits from their tormented existence, and, in the doing, is your unfathomable suffering. With such a deed, you might draw forth an ancient melody from the soul of the bard. Alright, is that in the... yeah, in the Wine Forge region. Right. Sorry, I don't have a lot to say, you know, we've, just, moving along. I think once I'm done, with this, I will actually stream the next part of the MSQ. Try to beat Titan. Like I said, I would like to be done and caught up with the Minstrel Quest by the time the next expansion comes out. So we got work to do. Because I do want to also check out the raids and everything else related to it. Maybe not the Call of Bahamut, that I might need to figure something out, but... Great. Archer. Let's put our dots on things. And then pop the AoE. Alright. Let's go back to Quarter Mill. Easy one. Yeah, based on how long this is taking, we'll do one dungeon and then call it for this recording stream. And the level 38 dungeon will leave until the next grind quest recording. Welcome back, Joanna. In your eyes, I see a layer of understanding, of regrets and of futility. And in your heart, it now echoes with the strains of an old song newly discovered. Embrace this song, and as you play it in battle, shall ever more powerful emotions beset and temper your soul. When your stock of tales has grown, pray return and regale me with stories of your adventures. Alright, I'll put the song on this side. We're getting to the spot for all the classes where we're gonna soon need to really deal with the 2 bars instead of just the 1. Okay. Let's go to the Kurtles Central Highlands. And last but not least, let's work with our Dragoon. I'm curious because this is the first one that has a direct connection to the next expansion and the future member of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. You're down, right? Yeah. And then the Sunken Temple of Qarn will be the one that we're gonna do. What level are these quests? 36. Shit! We probably should actually come here and do some of these quests too. I guess this is where we're supposed to go later on. Like, once they beat Titan, they're probably sending us over here, would be my guess, but... What are we gonna get? Evasive jump. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, it is pleasing to see how readily the dragon stirs within you. You show great potential, Joanna. A potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estinian is no ordinary dragoon. Even when set against legendary Azuris of ages past, the man is considered second to none. Such is his prowess, in fact, that the day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Haldreth Dragon's Eye had been reborn. I mean not to disparage your skills, Joanna, but to pursue Estinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the dragoon, that you might face Estinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding our origins. It all began in millennium past, when our forebears resided in the Saturn plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, impressed by the spirit of our ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Haldreth's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thordan, and bade him lead her people to the promised land, what would become the great nation of Ishgard. Their journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thordan and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them, the great worm Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into a chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the worm, and fell to his death. Taking up his slain sire's lance, Haldreth hurled himself at Nidhogg, even as tears streamed down his face. The confrontation ended when the young man, his guided by Halone, landed a mighty thrust that prized up Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than the eye taken from Nidhogg that day. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon power. Even so removed from its owner, it can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldrat himself felt its malign influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldrat proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice, precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Joanna, and none can say that one is greater than another. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Brucemont will see you to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witch Drop. Okay. You know, I'm realizing maybe we actually want to save these side quests. Like, if by the time we get here, some of them are still available for some of the other classes we're leveling, that's fine. But once we unlock Ishgard, we'll have 3 more level 30 classes to bring up to level 50. So this can be helpful for those as well. In a way, the nice thing of starting so late into the game is that once we reach level 50, we can unlock Red Mage. And it's not like there is a deficit in its level. We can just unlock it and it's ready to go, and we don't have to grind 10 levels to catch it up to the expansion it was introduced in. But yeah, the first extra jobs that they added, Machinist, are there? Astrologian and Dark Knight all start at level 30. And the first expansion is a level 50 expansion, and we can't start those jobs until we get to the expansion. By which time, our main class is probably going to be in the low 60s. So... This boy, let me tell you, I haven't played through the... Oh, he's down, isn't he? I haven't played through the updated patch content yet. I'm curious to see how it changed and how they streamlined it a little bit. But the original patches, the 2.x series, that was fucking long. So, the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Ha! Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion. With your lance! Defend yourself! From who? Who's attacking me? Oh, this guy. And going through all this work of training a dead gaze for me to just kill it, that seems like dumb, but... Alright. Yes, skill. I will give you that. And the glow of your soul crystal. Perhaps Sir Albrecht was not wrong about you after all. Now return to him. Your training here is complete. Alright. Hauling ass again. I really don't like this map just because it's really wide and it's really poor in Aetherytes. There's just the one, and it's like, why? Another one in this corner, or in the lower corner, should have been very nice to have. Like, instead of putting it here, I would have then put one here and one there. Also, we need to be going the right way. Oh, whatever. Let's kill one more monster just to make sure we make it to level 37 before we play through the dungeon. And yeah, I think I'll do the Dragoon. Dragoon or Warrior? No, Dragoon is fine. We'll do Dragoon. We're not gonna get the bonus XP anyway, because we're gonna choose the dungeon. I also have to do some work on the Disciples of Land in Hand. Gotten them all to level 20. So now there's some work of collecting to be done. Actually, no. Shit, I thought we got them to level 20. We only got them to level 15. I gotta get them all to level 20 and then do those quests. Ugh. Ugh. Gross.
Soul of the Dragon grows ever stronger within you, Joanna. Clearly your trial is a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you only have just begun to walk the path of the Dragoon, it is clear you possess the talent to become Stenian's equal. Go forth and make the powers you obtain your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training.
Let's mend our stuff. Alright. And let's go through the Sunken Temple of Qarn. This is a good day to be playing a dungeon because it's reset day, so there's going to be a bunch of people grinding through the leveling roulette. Whee! The part where I'm not entirely sure what to do while we wait. What is the lowest level class that we have? It is Ninja and Warrior, both 35, so let me equip the Ninja. Go back to Costa del Sol, because I think we have a couple of quests to do there. Oh. Never mind, we don't actually have to wait. Commence! I think this is another one that they changed a little bit. Used to be trickier and had like some puzzles and things you had to be aware of. They dumbed it down a little bit. Oh, God bless the guy that does Peloton. Oh, temple bats are a maelstrom. That's nice. I'll follow people. I'll trust that people know what to do. I wish I could do something, but I literally have no AoE attacks with the Dragoon yet. I wonder if we have enough seals that we can level up. See, this is how dungeons with people usually go, right? There's not a lot of chatting. It's rush, 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 kill, kill, kill. Which is why every main story dungeon I want to play with the Trust since I can. Just to get some more time to explore. Oh, actually, these are... oh. Well, I can greet them, I guess. Positive thing about leveling all classes is that all loot of a current level dungeon is good loot. Might just not be good loot for my current class. There's a Gem of Affluence over there. Which we're not picking up, or... oh, come on! Stupid lag. Oh. No. He does not. Oh. Yeah, but the other guy's gonna die. You need to heal the dude. Okay. Like, that was not my bad, I think. It just failed to heal the Doom. Oh, when you get Doom, stand on the thing. Okay, good to know. Okay, let's read on back too. Okay, we still have to kill the heads on the things. That's how it used to be, but cool to see that that's still there. Okay, It's funny, those monsters are literally called having weight in French. And I guess that didn't really matter, and we're just gonna move on. Oh, I feel like we're doing a real disservice to this dungeon, the way we're playing it. Okay, it comes back to life, I guess. Oh, and then he leaves. We'll be back at some point, once we're like level 50 and we can solo it. Cause yeah, this is not a kind of experience I like. I mean, you know, I guess we're seeing the dungeon for the first time. It's just meh. Also, the Dragoon is fucking boring so far. I hope they get better stuff later, cause. I'm gonna guess we should target the Soul Stone. Just a hunch. Okay. Soulstone is back. Let's break it again. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're once again gonna greed. Because that's actually great gear for our tanks. It's funny, I do a lot of damage. Or the tank is not particularly good at keeping aggro, that's the other possibility. The Bard also kind of going rogue. man. Just off. Come on. Come on, you woke up. This way. A little further this way. Thank you. We are definitely not getting the full map reveal on this run. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well, at least we cleared a couple of mills from... Yeah, I feel like there definitely used to be more of a puzzle to it, and then they're just kind of like... Okay, so if we get doomed, we should step on those things. That's what I learned from the first fight. Oh, actually, we probably need to get these and... Okay, that's one. Probably need to blow that, would be my guess. It's like, if I see something I can kill, I figured I should probably kill it. Oh. Ignore totems. Okay. I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of them. It's worth it to destroy at least a couple. Alright. Alright. Just give him the commendation. Need the orchestrion roll, and Dark Knight I can't do anything about. I do want to try to open up the rest of the map, kinda, sorta. Maybe not. Oh man, he got the orchestrion roll. Oh well. This was a bad idea. I want to do the other one too. We would have to do it with Dragoon. I don't really want Dragoon to be so more advanced than the other ones. No, I think since we're in Costa del Sol, we'll do a couple of quests with our ninja. I'm sorry, man, we've no had cheese today. Whatever not, because the kobolds are stealing food everywhere in Costa del Sol, that's why. The tomato pies, the mashed popotos, and now the hat cheese to boot. Now, I have an idea for ambushing those beady-eyed furballs, but I can't go off in case Master Durstwitz needs me. And I can't stand here and do nothing about it either, as I'm the one getting blamed for the missing eats. But you'd be willing to solve this problem for me, adventurer? Look, there's some spare time. Place the meats the kobolds like best in these 5 sacks. Line them up along the pier to the north and they should come scurrying.
Kobolds are up to something. See those contraptions out along the road to the west? They've gone so far as to set up their damn refineries within the arms of our beach. I know what I say. It's time to blow up the kingdom come. I just happen to have made some makeshift bombs for the occasion, but I've never thrown one before. Look, adventurer, I've seen you around here, and you seem a capable sort. Could you take these and pitch them at their fires for me?
And Master Gigarujo is, of course, second to none in matters of business and connoisseurship. However, he can be somewhat naive as regards to other matters. For example, he has become convinced that the recent spate of earthquakes is the fault of large buffaloes that roam near. I would grant some amount of exasperation over our local children being mauled in the wake of tremors, but really now. It's one thing to see the buffaloes in a tizzy, but another thing they could have anything to do with the quakes. I have tried to reason with him, but it's been to no avail. Might she simply indulge my master and say a half dozen of the creatures? So we're just killing a bunch of buffaloes for no good reason. Okay. I mean, I don't love it, but I kind of need the XP, so I guess we'll have to do. You know if kobolds attacked me yet? A little weird, but okay. And then we wait. Alright, Alright. Also, give me a second, I need to respond to a text. Alright. Let's start by slaying some buffaloes, I guess. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. And then people wonder why people make fun of the English language. Right. Bam, bam. That's half your life gone, bud. I guess I might as well just go and destroy the miners. I was a little too quick there with the Heaven Rune up. I should have probably gone for the fire attack instead of the lightning, but hey. And there, pop it there. Can I actually do it at a distance? Yeah, okay. I'd missed that part. Right. And last but not least... What? Something got messed up there. I don't know why. Let's save our cheat. So where are you? Where's Squay? Come on. I need my friend by my side. That's 4. And that's the last one. Alright. Let's head back to Casa del Sol, turn everything in. I'll it for the stream.
That was some fine red work. I can see those blasting machines off from here. You've got taller, which is a good thing, because the kobolds are too much for us to handle. But thanks to you, we got him this time. Only if you're not planning on leaving us anytime soon. I have no doubt we're going to need your help again before this is over.
No, that's fine. I just got a better one. Oh, there's more. I'll do more. Yeah, it's still early. Those filthy granddaughters fell for it? Ha! I knew it! Oh, you did! Mr. Durstwides will be pleased too. And most importantly, he shall be hitting you to pickle Laddle so much. But between the two of us, it was like we just made a piece. Mr. Durstwides actually knew anything about the kobolds. He would have never believed a creature would eat such a thing. I don't hope this is the end of the mischief, but I think not. From what I've observed, they seem to be ready for battle. And considering we've already got the Sahagin to deal with, I don't No, don't think we need that kind of trouble. Alright, follow-up quest. Ah, man, I didn't catch your name before. Joanna? Nice to meet you. Even more so because I could use your help once again. It's those quakes that stirred up a little while ago. The tremors have been sending snippers up out of the water. They're bloody dangerous things to get rid of them by themselves, but there's a gnarly little gripper to tackle into the bargain. Took a toe off the Salter's boy not 3 days past. We know how to best it, but we can't get close enough. But that's where you come in. Must get your rouges, an alchemic concoction made that should be able to soften the old gripper's shell. Here, take it. It'll be your job to survive the ill-tempered wave-can swipes long enough to make sure it gets several dosings. We already took care of those kobolds. Surely these shouldn't pose any challenge. How about this guy?
Listen, I need your help with personal matter. I've mislaid something, and it's something very important to me. Medals with lines on them. As much as I like to go myself, my place is here. We can't afford to take our eyes off the kobolds now. But those 3 medals are the most precious things I own. Please, any help you can give will be appreciated. You might start searching around Goldpush Tower. If I had to wager, I'd say it was there that I dropped in while chasing off some of our kobold friends. Go to the top and give a good look out, you might spot them.
Alright. You're at least done with it? I'm indebted to you, kind adventurer. I'm quite certain those beasts were innocent of any earth-shattering crimes, but it is well they have been dispatched regardless. In truth, I believe Master Gigaruja knows in his heart that those buffaloes were not the cause, and that it is in fact the proud Titan. However, he also realizes that his wealth would not avail against such a threat. While it does him credit that he strives to be right by the people of Costello's soul, he must allow that certain problems are not within his means to solve. Not impressed by the guy, to be perfectly honest. I have a more deserving adversary for you this time, adventurer. There are arachnids making their homes on the pillars below. Judging by how deeply rooted they've become, I'd say they've been there for quite a while. That said, these steel spatulas should serve to both dislodge the mollusk and preserve our post at the same time. I would be obliged if you would check out the area and eradicate the little devils. You'll be amply compensated, of course. Thank you kindly. Alright. Okay, so let's do this first, I guess. Hop, hop, hop. Right. This should actually put us to level 36, which is good. At which point the only level 35 job, and about halfway through 36 would be our warrior, so... Okay. Last one. By the way, I think that big was sticking to the pillar? Jesus. Alright, over here. We just have to sleep some snippers. That was not what I wanted to do, but control lag means that the game missed the first Mudra. And it's fine. Right, 2 more. And the last one. Okay. Oh. Okay. Boom. How's Quay doing, by the way? Getting close to rank 11. At which point, I will need to buy another nut. How can I get nuts? Can I grow nuts? I should look at it. Alright, still have to go further up. Yeah, just keep my shorts. Oh, still not up yet. Yeah, this is a large tower. Whew. Nope. Keep going. Alright. Look out. What? Oh. Nope. I keep accidentally hitting an extra thing. There we go. What? Oh, here. What? Stand lookout on top of the tower. Is like there's nothing we need to. There we go. Okay, looks like we found the 3 medals. Geronimo! Having all these kicker nearby is not ideal for this reason. Right? And I think that does all of the quests. Yep. There's actually that treasure thing too, but we started that on the mainstream, so I think we're gonna finish that one on the mainstream as well. That was quick! You're a credit to all adventurers, Joanna. You know, I've heard talk of late about what's been causing those tremors. Folks seem certain it's the work of some monster. I know from experience that such words are often not but wind, but I can't help but wonder.
Well, did you find my medals?
I did.
Oh, you did! The Navigator has been kind to me this day. Every one of us gets such a medal when we join a company of heroes. If you ever fell, your best friend would take yours. 3 friends there were, and only me left. I can smell another war coming, only this time, nothing is new and the fear is old. Sometimes I think I've lived far too long.
Ah, the pillars look sparkling. Thank you, milady. It's only a bit of housekeeping, I suppose, but even that is beyond me. I once served in company of heroes, if you can believe it, but a battle with a primal left me grievously wounded and heartsore. I have since kept to more mundane tasks as I've lost the appetite for bloodshed. This life has been good to me. Too many soldiers fight to defend that which they will never know. The joy of learning, the pleasure of ease, the tumult of beauty. But I have known them. Yet in my dreams of smoke and steel, I still hear my captain calling. To me, to me. Oh, that went a little dark. Oh god, you have one more? Good morning, ma'am. A word, if I may. A visiting dancer spotted a strange fish on the beach and came screaming back to the house. She's a level-headed young person, so I fear 'tis no vapors. The beach is no place for any frolics until the truth is ascertained. Turn to you once again. Maybe we trouble you to check the beach. Alright. Alright. Easy enough. Oh, and I guess I also need to remove the carcass. Fugitives on the beach of Ghost del Sol. Believe it's strange times. The carcass must have drifted ashore, for it seems to have been dead longer than a day or two. And that is when the beach was last studied by the keepers. Thank you, ma'am. You need not stay downwind. I have smelled the smell before. We must step up to groundskeeping, I fear. Master Gigaruji is likely to have one of his ideas otherwise. Alright, and with that, that's gonna do it for this recording of the grind slash level our way through FF14 series. But we'll be back very soon with a Twitch, I guess. By the time you're watching this on YouTube, next week, I'm basically gonna record the next part right after this. Let's keep going with the main quest and, get to Titan, hopefully. So thank you for watching. You can find me on youtube.com/@gameswithnick and twitch.tv/gameswithnick. Like, subscribe, follow, all the good stuff. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.